Hello, Los Santos, and welcome back to 101.1 Siren Radio. I am your host, Sophie Sanders, and we have another show here for you on Siren Radio tonight. You may have tuned in earlier while we were at the Blarney's Grand Prix. It was quite the explosive day, the explosive finish, so to speak. I'm sure the ladies tonight will get into all the tea there. But tonight's show, you might have tuned in last Friday and heard all of the spice, all of the tea, all of the gossip that was on Gworl Talk. And we're back again with another episode. So without further ado, I will toss it over to Aries to introduce you to everyone and get the tea flowing. This is Gworl Talk on Siren Radio.
Thank you, Sophie. Hello, Los Santos. It is me, your hostess with the mostest, Aries motherfucking king in the building. Okay, so to my left, I have the one and only.
Hey guys, it's me, Ariella, the one and only, the super soaker, Ariella Avery. Hey guys. And we're having...
It's me, Marissa, the People's Princess, back again for episode 2. And we also have a new guest here.
Ooh, you want to introduce
Not
yourself?
only is she a guest, you guys, but she is, our dear sister, who's very near and dear to our heart. You want to, introduce yourself, girly?
Hi guys, it's 7. Lucky number 7. Hi.
Hey,
She will be joining us.
7. Yep, 7 is our new co-host to Gworl Talk. And yeah, why don't you let us in, Aries, on what we have this week?
Okay, so for this week, we have, honestly, quite a bit of some nasty drama tea. It's like, you're gonna gag. Okay, I'm sure someone was gagging. I know I was when I got this piece of info from, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. You guys, first things first, I just want to address something. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Oh.
What about 7?
It's not 7. You still shady, girl.
You still
shady.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want to address?
You guys know how I always talk about my titties on the TL and people often question if I'm all natural. Well, I am definitely all natural, but let me introduce you to the girls. This is Gworl and Talk. Let's have some Gworl Talk.
I said what I said. So nasty, so rude. Said what? Girl Talk.
Mwah.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys excited for episode 2?
I know I am. Are you guys?
I am. And for the people who don't know, Gworl Talk is a radio show for the citizens of Los Santos who are here for a good time and hot gossip. We indulge into giving good advice, good vibes where we see fit, holding deep conversations with our guests, and downright talking our shit. It's just something for the girls to really talk their shit and get into it.
Period. Oh, sorry. I'm just full of excitement. I had to let that one out. One thing about me, I'm gonna blow some things up. Okay. It's very explosive today.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know. We definitely know.
So before we get into today's hot goss and all that jazz, random question of the day, ladies. What are your thoughts on open relationships?
I feel like we should have our first, answer be our new co-host, 7.
7 went to go to the bathroom. You didn't see her get up?
I just gonna go tinkle girl.
Well, I want to say I feel like open relationships are tricky. I feel like I'm a very jealous person when it comes to my relationships, when it comes to the people that I like and love. Even in friendships, I'm a little bit possessive sometimes. So, when people come up to me and it's like, oh, that's my friend, da da da, I'm like, okay, but I'm your bestie. So like, you know what I mean? Like I'm very possessive in every aspect. So I could not have an open relationship. I feel like I don't know. Like I want to share something. Like if it's mine, it's mine. Like why would I? I don't know.
Right. No, I have to agree. I'm not really into like the whole sharing aspect. I know like some people are, they are like fine with it. Like they have their rules set and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like when someone's yours, they're yours. And instead of like having it with someone else and like have that relationship be a group project. Hell no. Like, what's going on here? It's supposed to be less than 3. You know, like the heart is like less than 3. It's supposed to be like that instead of like, how the bitch is in your fucking business. I feel like it gets messy.
It's true. It's true. I would feel like, no, I'm sorry. Actually, no. I'm gonna be so truthful. It really depends. Maybe like in the past, like sure, like I'd be open to it, but it's like now it's like, I'm sorry, mine. Ariana said it best. You know, the boy is mine. You can back the fuck up.
I agree. I agree. I feel like open relationships is a no-go for me.
It's a
And
no-go for me.
it's just nasty. Like I'm sharing dick.
Girl, have you seen Love
Ugh.
Island?
Girl, I have. And that would be a show that I would not be on because I would crash out after day 1. After day 1,
Exactly.
you
Like
already my man. After day 1, I already pictured our family gatherings. After day 1,
they
I already
swapping
picked up
spit,
a
touching
gown.
tips. Like, girl,
I could not do
That's
that.
not for
I
me.
could not do that. That would be so that gives me the ick. Men,
They
oh my god,
cluster.
men who are too friendly to other women when you're involved with them. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about some icks? Let's get into some daily icks. Because
Okay.
men who are too friendly when you're in a relationship, I hate friendly men.
Girl, they love them a bitch in a relationship. No matter how much you tell them that you are with someone, that is not gonna stop them. Oh my god, I can't.
That
Like,
so true.
I don't know. What's y'all daily icks?
Marissa?
My daily ick is definitely like when guys are like loving and sweet to you when they're not next to the bros, but immediately when they get into their friend group, they want to act like big old macho and feel like they dictate you. And that happens like literally all the time with dudes. It's like,
I feel
oh,
like that
yeah, I'm
happens a
with the
lot here in the city.
bros. Right. Like, I'm with the bros. You gotta act like my girl. I'm supposed to like be this big top man. But babe, I'm paying the bills and you're laying on these titties at night. So therefore, act how you act when we're not around other people.
Exactly.
Not only that, but it's like men who try to talk to the whole friend group. Like, that's happened to us numerous times, bitch.
I mean, that happened a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there have been multiple men in our friend group who, you know, love to talk to each and everyone and go through the friend group. So yeah, it's
Baby,
definitely
what can we say? The Vixens was hot shit. They still live on. Okay, I said what I said. If you know, you know.
That was a good time. A crazy time, but a good time. Also, men who disrespect your friends or like your group, like your gang or something. Like, why would you disrespect my friends? I get it if y'all had an argument or whatever, or like if y'all didn't get along, like you have some resentment, some feelings or whatever, but like disrespecting my friends or my group, like the same way my friends are not allowed to disrespect you, you should feel the same about not disrespecting my friends.
Right.
Am I wrong? Like,
no, you're 100% right.
You're absolutely right.
I feel like we should look over to our sister over here. There's been a couple of times, Aries, where you dated someone who had disrespected the girls.
Now listen. I did not let that shit fly. I checked him in private. No, hold the fuck on, girl.
But if they're gonna disrespect your friends in public, you better say something in public as well. What's this private situation?
Listen. I feel like I'm definitely in a space where I can say I've been in that position where that shit happened in public and I checked him in private and made him apologize. And honestly, Z Davis, he was shit at apologies. I'm airing out names. I don't give a fuck. Z Davis, shit person. Like, no.
Oh, so we're naming names. Z Davis.
I'm
what
naming
game
names.
was he
I don't
in?
give a fuck.
What
Listen,
game was he in?
he was a part of Hades. I've not seen him around. Don't want to see him around.
Wow.
Boy, boo. Bye.
So are you saying Hades men are garbage?
No. I was actually just hanging out with a couple of them this morning, and honestly, I like them. I like some of Hades' men. Just not him.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
what happened
really
with
cool
you
with
and
some of Hades' men.
Z Davis? What happened with
why
you?
did you guys end up?
Girl, what didn't happen? Why did we break up?
Yeah.
Well, since you want to know so much, let's see. There was the time when he tried to blow me up at a gas pump. This all happened in the span of 15 minutes. Tried to blow me up at a gas pump. He shot me, and then I found out like later on, or like a day later, that he
shoot you and
he
blow
did
you
shoot
up?
me, and then he ocean dumped me, girl. He ocean dumped me. That's what I found out from a group of other people. That was embarrassing as fuck. And so when I tried to, talk to him about that shit,
that your man did that, and you stayed with him? Did you stay with
No,
him
I did
after?
not. No. Because the thing is, when I tried to talk to him, he was all scared that I was like gonna do something to him. I was, but he was scared because he didn't want to get confronted on it. And then I found out the next morning when a bitch was allegedly, trying to get some plan Bs. I got sent to jail for that shit. I don't want to talk about it. But that's when I found out that, he cheated on me with Molly Rowland, the bitch who was like,
Not your
peeking in my
bestie.
face. Now
Wait,
listen,
I
I'm
thought
not
you
hung
were
up on
really
that shit.
cool with Molly.
I thought
Weren't you like
We were
besties at one
cool.
point?
We
Oh
we
my
were
god!
real tight.
Wait, did she know? Did she know that you
She
guys were
did know.
together?
She was like, I'm so happy for you guys.
Oh,
But I was
so
being
she.
told, yes, I was
Oh,
being
she was
told that
still in
she
your
and him were literally
face.
like canoodling and flirting in the damn backseat of someone's car. I'm just like, surely that's not true. So when I talked to him about it, he literally said,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even classify as cheating. If you flirt with someone else, baby, that's cheating. But that's neither here nor there. Bottom line is, he wanted to break.
Well.
Oh, you
Oh,
want
here
to.
comes the cheater. Come from
The
the bathroom
cheater.
break. The cheater. Okay,
I don't
girl.
think
Then you
I
want to
don't
discuss how
think
you
it's
cheated?
I don't I
You don't
didn't
think
cheat.
you don't think flirting is cheating?
I think, I'm like if you're very friendly like me, then it's not cheating.
Right, very friendly.
I'm a
Right.
friendly bitch, but hold on now.
I
Oh,
don't
your
know. I feel
friendly
like
is a
that
lot
is.
different from my friendly.
But I
How is
feel
my
like
So
friendly?
you
Because I
think
don't
she
open my
cheated?
legs, bitch.
Oh.
I don't put other men's feet on my boyfriend's bed on his pillow.
Oh.
But that's deep for another
that
time.
was that was one time. Please.
Oh. Oh wow. I feel
Sorry,
like
this is about peace, love, and
I feel
tranquility amongst
I
us
feel like
sisters.
flirting is cheating. I feel like if you go out of your way to flirt with an individual that is not your
Mhm.
partner, make them smile, make them cheese, make them blush or whatever, with what intention? With what intention? Like, why are you flirting with somebody that is not your partner? Obviously, you want some type of reaction. Obviously, you want some type of satisfaction. So that is definitely some type of cheating.
Can I just say
Okay, but
something in regards to
you
this?
flirt with the girls. Are you cheating on your man? No.
Well, I don't
You mean our
fuck the girls.
friends?
I don't.
Right.
Okay,
we
but
don't
you're not
fuck
I'm not
fucking. You just
attracted
said
to
you're
girls.
flirting. You're just flirting.
I'm not
So it's
attracted to
like
the girls. I'm not attracted to girls. So it would never be a moment of cheating. If I'm not attracted to
Mind you, it's
something,
the
how can I
friend
cheat
group.
on it?
Can I just say something in regards to that? So I'm gonna admit, I think it was about 9 months ago at this point. I don't know, last fall or whatever. I've fallen victim to something. I was not flirting, but it was taken as flirting. So it's like I can't help it if that's how it came across. But I know me personally, when I was in a relationship, I was not flirting with this individual. He was
What
flirting
did
with
you
me.
fall victim to?
Like that whole scenario, oh, you're flirting with this other person, while you're with them, when that was never the case. I was never doing that. But I can see how that's perceived, because like I said, I'm a friendly person. But
The thing is, was
you
this
gotta worry
person
about
flirting
that.
with you and you just weren't, saying, oh no, I'm in a relationship, and allowed the
I
flirting to
did
continue?
tell him that. I did tell him that.
But did you allow the
But
flirting to continue?
no, because I had to talk to him about it way, way after, and then that's some things happen.
But didn't you if we're talking about the same person, didn't you end up dating him?
We never dated.
Oh.
A week later, that's when we, said, let's figure out what's going on here.
So
Way,
there
way
was
after
okay,
that.
but you see how there's underlining
wait.
stuff like
Yeah.
that though?
I can
So
see.
that's
Yeah,
not the
I
same.
can see. But
Okay,
I'm just
but
telling you how
that
it
is
is.
blurring the lines though, because you're saying
Is
you were in
it?
yes, you saying you were in a
Literally.
relationship. The person was flirting with you. You were like, oh no, I have a boyfriend, and then a week later, you guys were talking about
We already
figuring it
discussed why I
out.
broke up with Santana.
Okay, but that is, girl.
Girl, I got the Icks, so I needed a new
all the
one.
names
I got an
tonight.
Icks, so I needed a new one. Okay. Listen, we're not here to talk about my hot goss. We're here to talk about some other hot goss. Are we ready?
I mean, yeah, we're ready. You were ready. We're ready.
Okay, so boom. There I was chilling at the Vanilla Unicorn with my girl Ari. You were there, remember? This was the day of my event last week for some shit. And I get approached by a certain individual, and they was telling me some things about what's going on in the PD.
Oh, hold on, let me get it ready.
Oh,
hold on, let me get it ready.
Hold on. Everyone sip your tea. Cause child, oh my God. When I tell y'all the shit that was told, so hashtag freaky deaky on duty, hashtag chief of freaks. None other than the chief of police was found, in Haley Maxwell's house tied the fuck up against some BDSM wall. You know,
What?
apparently, yes,
What?
girl. Yes, Peach, Officer Peach and Jeb was pimping out officers in Haley Maxwell's house after dark. And there's picture proof, by the way. Y'all,
Look on
be
Twitter.
look on Twitter. This is a Girl Talk exclusive. Okay. Yeah, they was pimping out some officers and stuff like that in Haley Maxwell's house. Do they know what they're funding for real? For real?
Oh, the officers.
Where
getting
the money's going
insane.
to?
That is insane. The officers are getting freaked the fuck out. Like, hello?
I knew there was
Is
some
this
freak
what
things
our
going on, but
tax
it's like,
dollars are paying for? For you to get fucking freaky in a garage or a bedroom?
Chains
Girl.
and whips and all.
He got his whole uniform and everything on. Like, was this on duty?
Was this
what
on
is
duty?
going? Like,
Was
oh my
this on duty?
god! He not saving the
Wow.
citizens. He's saving the house. Oh my god!
And the hoes being their co-workers. They don't
Mm,
love themselves.
mm,
What a shame. What a shame.
But
Well,
you know, yeah, Marissa, tell him.
I mean, well, this is not the only cop information we also got this week.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't know this, but we did get a little insider that at a late night on Vinewood Boulevard, there was a cop cruiser outside Tequila La. And supposedly there was a little moaning and giggling coming outside the fucking club. Now, what's going on there? Are cops hooking up on duty or what?
Baby, they was rocking the sirens. Okay. They was rocking the motherfucking sirens. What are your thoughts on that?
Don't they have a code? No booty on duty? Why
No
are you
booty
busting
on
it open
duty.
and spreading your booty?
They literally have one of the cops who always sweats out on Twitter. I mean, we love the girls, you know, talk your shit. But you know, drive fast, eat ass or something. So, no tea, no shade. I love the girls.
Also, if you look on Twitter, look who's in the picture. You recognize him? You recognize that person?
Oh, I do recognize this person, girl. That is none other than Bobby Charles. Oh my God. Does he have a secret fling? Who is this mystery man,
Girl.
y'all?
What is happening? Why is he on his knees in front of Bobby Charles' crotch?
Do you think he
going
was
on in
giving
front
her
of the
some type
VU?
of payment at the VU?
Girl, they're coming out of the VU. He's on his knees in front of him. What do you think? You put two and two together.
Is Bobby Charles in a relationship?
Girl, I don't know. I don't
know. This is something. This is a lot.
I don't really know, girl.
There's a lot of sexual energy going around in the PD.
Hashtag be
with
who
the
you are, though.
citizens. You know, Pride Month.
It is
Hashtag
Pride
happy
Month.
Pride Month.
It is
We
Pride
are
Month.
dressed like the
dressed up.
bi flag right now,
Mhm.
looking real cute.
Now, we're not
Happy
bisexual, but we do
Pride.
support.
I mean,
We support you, Seven.
we love you, Seven, our good sister.
Mwah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. It means so much to me.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
girl.
Of course. Well, I think it's time we pick up some crazy drama with some gangs. Apparently
down.
Besties and Hydra were at war again, or still am. Like, damn. And guess who won? You want to guess, Marissa? Guess who won?
Who won, Hydra?
Well, you would think, right? You would think because of Hydra's crazy street cred, they be robbing people, they be putting fears in people's hearts. But no, Besties won. Besties won.
Besties.
Besties clapped them a lot. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And I guess Alan and Miguel are besties now? Because at every
Weren't they Hydra dick suckers though?
they
What
were the
happened?
Hydra Golden Boys. They were the Hydra Golden Boys. They was
How they've
they was
fallen from
right-
grace.
They was riding hard for Hydra. But now every fight on Twitter that I see, Alan and Miguel are on the forefront, dogging out Hydra, talking about, like Hydra fell off. The fell off is crazy. Hydra to my dick. It's like, oh my God.
Do we
Like,
think they're
I'ma be
kissing up
so
to now their
honest.
bestie gang members since they're in besties now?
Girl,
I mean, they gotta
Listen.
show their loyalty somehow.
My God.
I
I
like
mean,
both
I
gangs. You
don't
what?
understand how you go from you're like what co-leader of Hydra, and then you're leader of what was that gang? SOB, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're leader of SOB, and then you just go to being a regular bestie member. Oh, how have you fallen off? Honestly,
Mm.
Ooh,
Mm.
don't clock that tea. Now
Mm.
listen, I like both gangs. I like Hydra. It's been a really rough week for them. You know what? Clap if you. I kind of feel sorry for them. Clap if you feel bad for Hydra.
Oh.
Don't make that silence. No, but for real, I do fuck with Hydra. It's just, listen, to our knowledge, to Gworl Talk's knowledge, it's not the first time that Flippies lost a fight, because they did lose the war. Apparently at a Cypress boxing match, he got his shit rocked by Chatterbox. And it's like,
Chatterbox.
yes,
Oh,
girl,
that's
Chatterbox.
a very.
No
oh
one
my
was expecting
God.
that.
Chatterbox.
Not big chatter.
Girl, I don't think
What?
no one was expecting that shit at all.
So you're
I know
saying
I
that
wasn't.
Flippy just keeps taking L's after L's after L's? Ugh.
Do we think the
I don't know.
is
Poor
getting to him?
ego.
I wish him nothing but the best, honestly. I really do.
I have nothing against Hydra, but I feel like they were on a high horse for so long that I feel like it's kind of like when there's one gang always on top, like, and they fall down, everybody's kind of like
Dog
glad
piling
to
them in a
see it.
way.
Yeah, like they're glad to see
Yeah.
them downfalling,
And
So
that's
I
just so
do,
nasty.
so
so
I
rude.
do feel bad, but at the same time, like I feel like it's like kind of self-inflicted. Like, like they do have a big ego. So maybe it's good
Honestly,
that they
I don't
also.
think so, though.
You don't think that Flippy got a big ego?
To be honest, most of the people that I've spoken to, I can't speak for Flippy specifically.
I feel like the girls.
But in
I feel like the
Hydra,
girls
they're so
not.
down to earth. Like they're so
I
down
feel
to
like
earth
the
and
girl.
sweet.
I love the girls, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like you're a little biased though too, because you fucked some Hydra guys.
Okay.
Okay,
I
now
mean,
hold on.
I feel
I'm
like
kind of with
Besties
Seven, 'cause
has
I've
a
done
huge
I've done
ego.
business.
Besties have the
Oh,
biggest
they do,
fucking
girl.
ego.
For sure.
They do.
I feel like everybody got a big ego in this fight, but I feel like for a long time there was Hydra like really dominating everybody. Like they was robbing people left and right. I would walk out somewhere, do something. It's like
Mhm.
you Hydra. It's like, oh my God, like
Mhm.
damn.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I really can't blame them because once you're at that top spot, you want to be top dog. Like no one wants to shit on your gang.
I feel like they burned it, right? They burned it.
Exactly, they earned it. Like they were
Yeah,
here 7 years
definitely.
ago as well. They were doing their shit 7 years ago, and now they're even back now. But at the same time, you got to realize once you have like that target on the back that you're this big gang, people want to come for that. They want to be in that top position that you're at too, and feed their people in their group as well. So it's kind of like a shit on shit situation.
Definitely. But I also think it's like if you're gonna talk on that shit, because I mean they're in war. So obviously they're talking shit. And
Right.
they're like at the highest, like they're the biggest gang or whatever. It's like, how are you gonna talk on that shit and then continuously keep losing? That's kind of embarrassing at some point.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
That is embarrassing. And apparently Flippy apologized to Future.
What?
So that was interesting to see.
Stay safe.
And yeah, and people on Twitter was like, oh, the old Flippy would have never said sorry, let alone to Future. Mind you, Flippy and Future were going back and forth on Twitter, not like only a week ago, actually. And we're calling each other lap dogs, all types of names, saying that they're a bitch, that they're like,
Ooh.
Flippy was saying like Future's the biggest man child or crybaby he's ever seen. So to see Flippy make a whole 180 and apologize to Future, it's interesting to see.
Did he have to
Wow.
apologize because of like they lost the war? Or did he just apologize just like, oh, like,
Probably. But like
ugh.
even then, like I feel like that probably cracked his ego a little bit too, no? Because that it would have
It's got
cracked
humbled.
mine. Like apologizing to Future, because that little man can talk his shit. Ooh, I would not love to apologize to him.
I have a question for everybody, and this is just like a what are your thoughts? Do you think Flippy lost his edge because he lost his right hand man, which is Miguel? Right?
Oh.
Yeah. Do you think that that's why he just feels so lost and is just like not doing his big one?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, some people did leave Hydra, so it could potentially. I think it's a possibility because, like, I feel like if you look back to all like their wars and like how they handled it, there were only a specific type of people in there, and those people are kind of like gone now. So it's possible. I don't know.
I don't know, girl.
You disagree?
No, I mean, I just don't know like how it's gotten to this point, you know? Listen, all in all, I'm a messy bitch, but I wish everyone nothing but the best. Yeah. Mhm.
You're just trying to get those Plan B pills sold, huh?
Don't talk my tea. No, listen, I feel like I'm like a pretty neutral person. Like, I have no ill will. Like, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to insert my 2 cents per se, because it's like, that got nothing to do with me. It's, listen, I've learned the hard way that it's nothing but business. It's nothing personal. So it's like, if you at war with someone and shit like that, and you see me like, funding them with some stuff, it's like, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. And if you want, you can give me a little something too. Like, I'm sorry. Shit. That's just me
Okay.
though.
So, Aries,
It's nothing personal, just business.
how do you feel about scamming people?
About scamming people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I'm like such a nice person when I want to be. It's like I've tried the scamming thing. I've only done it officially like one time, and that felt so damn good because, bitch, I secured us the house. Okay, the vixen secured a house back then, but other than that, like, no, it's like not really my forte. I can't. I'm too
I
nice.
feel like
for that.
hell just froze over when you said I'm such a nice person. Like,
I
what
am
the
a nice
fuck?
person, 7. I am.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you're nice. You're
Are you a
nice,
nice person?
No, I'm not. And I'm
Oh, so how
happy
do
to
you
admit
how do you
that.
feel how do you feel about scamming?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel with scamming? Because remember, you was literally robbing tow workers for lockpicks.
That was such a long time ago. What?
You don't
I
remember,
don't.
and then you just paid them afterwards because you felt so bad?
Well, yeah, I don't mind scamming people. Honestly, I gotta get to where I need to get to, and you just happen to be collateral damage. So if it doesn't hurt nobody, then who cares?
Well,
Mm.
honestly, you should hit up Ling Buddha. You guys
Ooh.
would make a perfect pair. Cause word on the street is that at the Blarney's Grand Prix, Lang was crashing a plane into the tracks,
What?
which ended up injuring people and holding the event, causing people
Was
not
there
to get
passengers
paid.
on there?
This is not the time for no Beyonce reference.
There's always a time for a Beyonce reference. Okay.
Did people
No
die?
passengers on my plane. I don't know. People were injured. That's all I know. And
Why would he do that?
the event had to be canceled or get stopped, and people didn't get paid or anything. So
No one got paid?
and a lot of people are speculating that it was like, it was a scam, that it was pre-planned, that he would, crash a plane into the tracks, causing people to, having to end the event so nobody would get paid. What do you think about that? Do you think Lane Buddha would do that? Because I personally have some beef with him.
Girl, what beef do you have with him? We'll get into that
He
in a
was the
second. But,
mayor years ago. He could have been scamming then and scamming now.
some people did say that Cerberus, back like when he was like, in that shit, they did say it was like a cult. So I wouldn't put it past him. No tea, no shade.
I mean, I feel like he also was the reason why our whole infrastructure and whole like city collapsed.
Because he was stealing funds from the city.
Money was gone.
Oh.
Empty,
He was
dry.
stealing funds?
Oh.
Ooh.
Embezzle.
I mean, how else would the whole fucking city of Los Santos collapse? He had the power. He was the mayor, no?
He was.
Girl.
So I'm just asking the questions.
I
I'm
feel
just
like y'all
asking
are
the
just
questions.
hating on a man who just likes to get money. Like, I don't know.
So
Oh,
you want to fuck him?
boo.
So you want to fuck him? Okay.
No,
I
I just appreciate a man that gets money. Like, okay,
So you
like
think
you're
he's
just
ugly?
not sitting on.
I mean, you were just talking about tax dollars with the police officers. What about our tax dollars to the government, to the mayor's office?
What's up with
That's
that?
getting taken and like your money's not getting given back to you in the city that you live in. That's kind of fucked.
Okay, well, I don't fuck with the police, so fuck them. Like, whatever. But I mean, like, who cares? Like, just a little crash, just a little plane crash. People got injured. Oh well.
What is wrong with you?
Well, no. You psycho.
Insane in the membrane.
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I feel like it's kind of weird that he was the one flying the plane. Nobody was paid out. the whole event had to be canceled. I don't know. I feel like all I have to say is it has been a reoccurring thing for Ling Buddha to, play with some money, injure some people. I don't know. I feel like as soon as money gets involved, I would not I would not trust Ling Buddha with my money. That's all I have to say.
I would trust him with something else.
Oh, of course you would trust him with something else because you want to fuck him. Fucking weirdo.
No, I don't. No, it's just it was a joke. Like I
No,
no,
right,
no,
right.
no, it was a
And,
joke. Laugh.
Yeah, right. And you know what? I feel like we should cut to commercial break because this bitch needs to be hosed down. Thinking of Ling Buddha like that.
Girl, are you okay? Like, honestly, Seven. Anyways, commercial break.
Girl talk.
You guys, we're just a few bitches here to talk about a bunch of other bitches. Let's have some girl talk.
He said what?
I got a question for Girl Talk. How do you guys feel about J Hobbs?
We don't feel anything. We don't think of him.
What gang is he at?
Your mama alive and she don't call you.
Girl, bye. At least I got one. Mine didn't die because of an overdose like a junkie in the street.
Well, bitch, you act like you got no pair in your life, and that's why you suck dick on the street in the back alley. Oh, you think she was desperate for some Ray Romanoff dick, and she didn't get it?
Try it out some.
So,
Baby, I was a hoe. I was still a hoe.
Yo, Aries, you never told me what you did with that seed.
if you could, would you suck some breast milk out of my titty? And be honest. What?
Spill the tea with Girl Talk, Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Siren Radio.
That was our first out of the night. And also, I just want to let you guys know, Girl Talk is out on YouTube now. We have a YouTube channel where, if you miss like the initial broadcast like this or whatever, you can always tune in on the YouTube channel over there at youtube.com/forward@Girl Talk. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, this next segment is a little bit,
A little bit different.
a little improv, because we were about to have some guests today. I don't know if you guys heard of New Epsilon. Apparently, it's a new organization.
Not really.
It's a new organization with a couple people trying to help people with getting into their bags and all that stuff. And we were having a real sit down with them and gave them the chance to squash some rumors about them, to present themselves and show what they're about. They did not show up.
I feel like them not showing up, that's alluding more to the rumors that they're fucking cold.
Right.
I don't know. Me personally, I would want to clear my name. So the fact that you couldn't even bring your silly ass down here and say something to let these hoes know that you know what the bullshit, it speaks volumes. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, people have been calling them a cult or like a money laundering scheme due to the abandonment of the Epsilon program. And they had the chance to come on air, clear their names.
What the fuck is the Epsilon program?
So it was a program like way back when, and like it was involved with this other guy, and then he just like ran off with the money and disappeared, and no one has seen him since. And then Eliza, she opened it back up, and it's still having those little rumors here and there. We really wanted to talk to her about it today, but I guess
Hold on.
she's a no-show.
Before you continue, I just want to say I've noticed something with today. A lot of these issues stems from men and money. There's nothing more evil than a broke man, and there's definitely nothing more evil than a man with money. So it's like, bitch, it's a lose-lose. Root of all problem, men. I said it.
I think the root problem is money. As soon as money gets involved, everybody's just thinking for themselves. Everybody gets nasty. Friendships get ruined. Business opportunities get ruined. Money is a real wicked tool for a lot of people, and they don't know how to handle that.
I mean, greed makes people crazy.
I don't know. But yeah,
That's
back
true.
to the New Epsilon thing. Also, rumor was that the New Epsilon building was bought by an anonymous buyer and gifted to Eliza herself.
Which is
Who was the
insane.
anonymous buyer?
Who?
Why?
Exactly.
How do you just get anonymously a building granted for you or to
Girl,
you?
she probably sold the cat. No tea, no shade. My girl got a sugar daddy.
You
know,
Or
she
do we
opened
think
her
she's
coochie
selling
lips to
drugs?
get.
I feel like there has to be something else going on other than
Within those
selling
walls.
coochie.
Exactly. Because something
Her mouth.
doesn't seem right
Was
about
it her
that.
mouth?
I don't know.
You know, Aries, I feel like one thing I've noticed with you is that you feel like women have to sell themselves to like get stuff. What's up with
Girl,
that?
I'm
Like, I
just poking
know,
a little fun. Oh my God. I'm poking a little
but you
fun
know
because
what?
me
Just do
personally,
you
I
is
don't
that
have to
something
do
that you
that
do
shit.
often? Do you
No,
have
I
to
don't
sell
do that, bitch.
yourself
I
to
really
get things
don't.
that you
I
want?
don't have to
You
sell
sure?
myself sexually to get what I want. Thank you very much. But you, on the other hand,
Okay.
have. That's what you told me. I'm like,
Excuse
you
me?
outwork my shit, girl. You literally sat up and told me that you got funded by your ex, all those years ago for shit, and that you didn't have to do a single thing, and he just gave you money. Well, me personally,
Okay,
I
I
had to
didn't
work for
have
my
to
shit, girl.
pop the cat for me to get something. I was just
You told me that
casually
you did.
talking to people. I did not pop my pussy, no.
You casually talk to people?
I was just dating the man. Casually talking
Or
to
men.
people.
Or
You
men.
just can't do that. So now you're projecting on me
Except
that
I
you can't
can,
do that. I'm
girl.
sorry.
Except I can.
Okay.
What do I have to project
Yeah, okay,
on?
sure.
Honestly. What do I have to project on? Quickly.
I
Because
feel
you're
like
just making it seem like I'm just like this like
you
fucking hoe that
guys.
just hops on everything.
Well, there was that one time when you got caught up by all those men in that gang.
Oh
But,
my
we're not here for
God.
that.
Oh my
We're not here for
God,
that. We're not here for
Aries.
that. I'm sorry.
Why are y'all going back and forth? I feel like we need to have a sit down where we all talk about hey, let's have some therapy with girl talk. Next week we're gonna have some therapy because it feels like you guys have a lot in mind and a lot of anger towards each other. Like that needs to be addressed.
I
But
never
for
I don't
had
have
today,
any
for this.
anger
no,
towards
for today,
Aries.
we're gonna keep talking about New Epsilon because that's the topic. Okay, you two.
Right. Sorry, you
Okay.
guys. Let's get back to the main topic at hand.
So I feel like New Epsilon deserves the Scammer of the Day award. They got called scammers, they got called money laundering scheme, and they did not show up because they were scared to do so. So I feel like there's something shady going on, and until they don't, make a public announcement, come on air, or anything, I feel like they're shady and should not be trusted. So if you do get approached by them, girl, make the boogie woogie or whatever, make the Michael Jackson and turn your big ass around because
Hashtag new cult on the block.
they gon' they gon' get you dry, okay, and leave you with nothing. So yeah.
Eliza, whenever you're ready to sit in the hot seat and actually answer some real questions, Girl Talk will be here and our phones will be ready.
Exactly. So we're coming to the end of Girl Talk for today. It's gonna be a short and sweet little episode, and I want to talk about some songs of the day. What songs
You don't
are
want no
y'all?
callers?
No. Are people calling in? They can call in whenever.
This is true. Don't be shy, you guys. If you would like to call into Gworl Talk, just let us know.
So
Now's the time.
what songs are y'all streaming today? What are the songs that keep y'all in the groove or whatnot?
I'm currently streaming. It's not out yet, but I feel like I am currently working on a cute new little project with, and the project is called, which will be out soon TM on. So yeah, I'm like really streaming that shit. It's gonna be like this whole
Okay,
thing,
girl, give us
honestly.
nothing. You don't want to like drop a teaser, a little snippet, or nothing.
A little teaser snippet. What do you think?
I feel like you should give a little snippet of what's
Should
I
going
think
I?
you should
Okay, fine.
keep him guessing. You'd be like,
Keep
ooh,
them guessing.
and then the next Girl Talk, you could just boom.
I feel like you should give something because you gave nothing. So like either give us like who the project is with, what the project is called, or like what month it's coming out. Like we want to know. Hello?
Were you asking a question?
Girl, you pissed me off. Anyway, my song of the day is Nicki Minaj. Of course,
Guys,
Nicki!
sorry. There was a piece of pasta in my bra. I had to get it
We
out.
love Nicki in this household. And today I'm streaming Win Again. Because in this household, we always win. We're winners. We're getting to the money. And that's the song that I'm streaming.
Well, I'm streaming since I'm like a great sister and always showing up for my friends. I'm streaming You Wanna by the Mean Girls. That came out 2 weeks ago. And it's actually really,
It's
really
a
good.
really good song.
You guys should listen to it on the Spotify or Pearpood Music or wherever you stream your music at here in Los Santos. And shout out to our girl Ariella. The Mean Girls is her music group, and it's a really great song and an amazing group.
Yep, Mean Girls in all caps called You Wanna. It's out like a week ago.
Seven, what are you streaming?
I'm streaming Me and You by Cassie, the one and only. Love her. She's amazing.
Love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And you guys will be seeing more of our co-host, Seven. Just tell us how you like her in the mix with us three.
Or hate her.
Or if you hate her,
love me.
we want to hear it
Definitely hate her.
all. Oh, that's why we're having therapy.